How's it going, everyone? Whiskey and I doing our walk today, and he wanted to bring you guys with us. And you know, we're trying to do our weekly, start our weekly live stream. So right now, this is the best we can do. So this is how we're gonna do it. You know, it's not idea really how I want to do it at the moment, but you got to start somewhere, right? This is the way they've made it for us. But if you see, just in the background here, we came off that bridge, and not that this is the point of today's subject, but they took the time to put all these Christmas lights up on the bridge there, so at night it lights up, looks real nice. But took no time at all to clean off the bridge, all the broken glass on the sidewalk and everything else that we keep complaining about. Our tax dollars don't go to clean that up. It goes to harass people and goes to beautify just the areas that certain people want. But not where it belongs, okay? Trying to take my dog on a walk, and there's many people who take their animals on a walk. Hold on a second. Whatever, sorry. Many people taking their animals on walks on these bridges, and they got to walk through that broken glass. Anyways, what do you see over here, Whiskey? And we have, as I said before in one of my videos, city council members. You see them all the time walking these very bridges, walking across them. None of them notice all this broken glass and trash and everything else. No, they notice only the stuff they want to notice, right? Guarantee you they notice everything I do. But anyway, so today's Sunday, and hopefully you took the time to go find a good church and go to it. That's truth. Give God some time, right? Should have been yesterday, really. I mean, church you can go to any day, but should have honored the Sabbath yesterday. But the point is, so let's open our Bibles, huh? Let's talk about the universe for a minute. And I'm not going to be here thumping on the Bible all day, but today's Sunday. Let's give a little bit of time to it, okay? So let's check something out real quick. Let's, universe, right? Let's explore that for a minute. UNI, stands for one, right? One verse. So open your Bibles to Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, right? That is the most important knowledge you'll have, period. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And when you understand that, when we take the time to understand that, that's the universe. God controls it all, created it all. And that's ancient knowledge passed down from the beginning. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth, right? And so you got to understand that. And once you understand that, and once you realize that, then everything else, okay? So let's look at God created it. God is the boss. God is the one we owe anything to, right? He's the one in charge. He created it. He can end it, right? What else did he create? And that's where it comes down to. So when we believe that and understand that, then we got to understand everything about God and take truth into account. And so we have our rights. Okay, now we're getting a little closer to the subject I'm trying to get to today. We'll see how it goes, whatever. None of this is rehearsed or nothing planned out. There's some subjects I want to talk about, but I can't do the videos, show them into my stream at the moment. So I have to do separate videos about those. But, you know, so we understand God created the heaven and earth. So God is also the one that gave us his word. And God gave us his word. He gave us our rights. Our rights derive from God. And that's what our Constitution, the law, understands and enforces. We are all created equal with rights from God. Unalienable rights from God, our creator. So now I consider my situation. I'm doing this live stream the way I am right now. It's forced upon me. This is how it has to happen, right? Because my rights were violated. And, you know, there's some people, you know, that's what you keep sticking on. Your rights were violated. Your rights were violated. Yes, they were. And I tried to handle this in a way that I'm going to end up, when it comes down to, is putting a full lawsuit on them. And I'm going to go all out when that happens. Because I tried to handle this properly, like men, and through the system, and said, hey, you guys were wrong. But they, you know, when I did that, instead of admitting they were wrong, they came harder at me, right? Violated my rights given to me by God. They are not my God. They are not my boss. They have no authority over me unless I do something that grants them that authority. And I did not, right? But our rights, and how important are they? So then I want to get back to, and I'm going to show in the next few days, I got a video I put together with one final clip from my live stream where I went up on election day. And the clip from that is where, if anyone has seen that, or you can go back and watch it, but it's like probably about in the middle of a 2-hour stream, 2 or 3 hours, however long it was. But I have my petition, right? And that petition is to remove Douglas Engle as sheriff, right? And I'm out in the parking lot and I hold it up and I'm telling people, you know, the sad thing is I walked away with 2 signatures on that petition. And it's not because they think Doug Engle's a good sheriff. Every person I talk to, if you watch the thing, oh yeah, it's corrupt around here. Oh yeah, it's corrupt around here. Well, 2 from where I started at, and then I got like 3 or 4 signatures at the other place. So I got to remember, take into account that I stopped at 3 places, polling stations that day before hitting the sheriff's office. But what I want to get at is, you know, the dude, and this is a serious problem with all around this nation. This guy says, but I say, yeah, you want to sign this petition? He says, oh, what's it for? I said, get rid of Douglas Engle. I said, oh, no, I'm not interested in that, he says. I said, well, you know, he's corrupt, and I explained to him how he's corrupt. He's like, oh, I know, and they're all corrupt. I ain't interested in signing that, right? This the thing is, all of our public servants are corrupt, and it's going to continue. And, you know, right now there's a lot of people like, oh, feeling good because Trump got it, and now suddenly everything's going to be better again, isn't it? Well, no, I don't believe so. We can get to that later, but I don't believe so personally. Okay, he's fooled a lot of people, and you're not going to fool me twice, right? But if you do, it's my fault. But we have all these corrupt people. This is what I'm talking about. And people want to complain and get irate over all the corruption at the top. But you're not going to get rid of that corruption at the top because you won't do nothing about the corruption at the bottom. The corruption that we have the power to do something about. right? No one wants to take care of that. And it's all in our power. It's because of these local corrupt people, but nobody wants to ruffle any feathers. Everyone's afraid, oh no, I don't want to sign that. I don't want to be caught near that, right? That's weakness. And this is how they win. And, you know, I don't know how to stress that enough, but it's a sad state of affairs for our nation, and we need to quit pretending that's getting better automatically without our struggles, right? Without us putting in the muscle, right? You think Trump's gonna save you, and I'm sorry to tell you, he's not. Let's take a minute to consider Trump. I don't even care about the politics, but let's consider him. I didn't vote for either one. And, you know, had I been voting, I guess his policies of the two, that was the direction I would have had to vote, right? But I just went, okay, now let's take into consideration how he fooled us before. The last time he wanted in, and he swore he was gonna arrest Hillary Clinton, right? She's still roaming free, right? Because he came out later then on his inauguration, gave them a standing ovation, told them how much he respected them, and then came out and told us, oh, I can't arrest her, I have no interest in arresting her. Tells us, oh, how bad it would be if he arrested her. Well, that makes you a liar and a punk, a chicken shit punk, right? But why really didn't he want to arrest her? Well, it's the same reason he didn't release the JFK files information, like he's promising to do this time around. What good is it? George Bush is already gone, right? And I guarantee you that's what Trump was protecting. Trump didn't want to give that information out because some people are still alive. That's why we want it. We want it when they're alive. We want to hold them accountable while they're alive. We know God's going to hold them accountable, but we want these people to know they ain't getting away with their shit, okay? But when we come out with that, and then we find out that, you know, there's no other way to see it. Trump literally protected these people. But the supporters, you know, I'm not here to cut anyone down. You support whoever you want, right? I'm just telling us, for all of us as Americans, what we, you know, we need to protect ourselves, right? He's not for us. He's for the super rich, just like the rest of them. Okay, he gave us, okay, not only the Hillary Clinton thing, then he comes in and lockdowns happened under him. He gave us every excuse why they outpowered him. So what good is he, right? Then he brought us Project Warp Speed. You gotta watch all the stuff you talk about, I guess. But that happened from Trump. He highly recommended something that has caused many people to die. Okay? He sold out to Big Pharma. That's just a fact. But who wants to face it on his supporters, okay? We can cut down the left all day long, as I've said before, right? But when are we gonna cut on the other issues? What about from the right? So we screw around a little bit, Whiskey, because we ain't even got no viewers today. Maybe this is the wrong time to do them, or the wrong format. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share also. Thank you very much. But what are your thoughts with this whole election thing? Is everything gonna be all better now? Nothing to worry about now? Trump's here saving the day? Okay. Now let's take all those other things we just said aside, and let's talk about our debt, national debt. What did Trump's bailout, paycheck protection program, and all that shit do for us? We're just screwed no matter who's in charge. See somebody pop in and somebody pop out. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are we saved now? Nothing to worry about now? Everything's all good. The man's in charge, huh? Give it to God, because I assure you, it's still only going to get worse from here on out. Trust me. Okay, now everything's being eerily calm. Way too calm right now. These people won. These people, you know, Kamala Harris went ahead and accepted it. And they're all being calm, and I don't trust it. Something's up. Something's fishy. Something's up. And something's gonna go down. I'm about sure of it. We're not gonna make it all the way to January with everything staying this calm. They're already putting the rhetoric in the news and everything else. You know, and you got these crazy grown-ass men crying because Kamala Harris didn't get it. Grown-ass men crying. I got nothing against crying for our nation, but where it counts, okay? But Trump ain't gonna save the day. Let's get off that subject. Basically, that's what I want, is all of us as a whole, you know, and when we got people in our local community, when you got the people strong enough to stand up, brave enough to stand up to this stuff, and everyone else around wants to admit how corrupt it is and wants to tell you how bad that is, but then they're afraid to help you take a stand to get these people out of here, right? I'm here, things are not great for me, that's for sure, right? I've been so far homeless now for a while, and toughing it out, not asking no one for a penny, not begging for money, nothing like that. And Whiskey and I, we find our way to make it. And this ain't a thing to beg nobody for nothing either. Only thing I want is support, likes, subscribes, and shares, right? I'm just trying to get to a level where I can monetize what I'm doing. And so that requires your guys' help. But otherwise, you know, we done it on our own. It's hard. And there's people that once in a while I crack, and I'm like, hey, you know, I get a hold of one or two different people. Hey, you think you could grab me a pack of cigarettes, something like that, right? Once in a while, and that's all. But I don't ask nobody for nothing else. But there are people once in a while that help me out, and it's much appreciated. But the thing is, that's what I didn't do these videos to get on here to try to get money out of people or nothing else. But I am trying to get monetized, and that's where I need your guys' help. Because otherwise, they ain't gonna do nothing to be helpful. Let things go good for us. But that's what it all boils down to, our rights. And you know, because I consider Whiskey and I gotta go on these walks wherever we end up, depending on the weather. You know, there's nothing like when we had our own place, wake up in the morning, let him out in his own yard, go make a pot of coffee. He's done doing his stuff, he comes in, we chill out, you know, get our day started from our own property that was taken away from us, right? By force. Wrongfully. So, you know, whatever. It sucks because then we gotta go through this shit, and they took in everything, right? So all my dog's shampoo that he needs, a bath really good, right? And all this stuff, you know, they got it all. And for over a year now, they've refused to give it back and refused to take accountability. And so that brings us around full circle again, our rights. Okay, I wouldn't be in this position if our government was forcing bad actors to answer for their actions, right? If our government was operating the way it's supposed to, okay, with these rogue people that supposedly only a few bad apples, bullshit. There's only a few good apples. The rest are all bad within our government, okay? Because there's no way a legitimate constitutional government would allow this shit to happen to me and my dog and sit back and just say, oh well, deal with it. Oh well, deal with it. No, there's people that need to be held accountable. And all of the public servants in this area refuse to help do something about that. Well, you're breaking the laws of the universe. You're breaking the laws of the one verse. God created heaven and earth. And with that, no other human has anything above me as a human, right? You have no authority over me. You have no power over me. But you go in and take it and force yourselves on people, right? What do we call that? But that's exactly what we got going on with our government. And then when they want to act against us without the right to do so, and you step up and tell them, hold on now, you step up respectfully, hold on now, we're gonna straighten this out, you're in the wrong, instead of them admitting they were in the wrong, instead of them fixing what they broke, they're just gonna make it worse for you. Well, Whiskey and I, we're not quitting. And keep making it worse. We're just gonna continue to be a thorn in your side. And, you know, as things come along better, as I said before, we'll be showing you how to fill out some of these papers to hope, court documents and stuff like that, to hopefully prevent these kinds of things from happening to you. But we can't get enough traction on this here, you know, and it's just a fact, because I'm a middle-aged white man, right? There's no help for me. Everyone wants to look away. But had I fit in some kind of special class or brought up some kind of ridiculous garbage, they would be quick to be knocking down my door to do something about this stuff. But it all comes full circle. The universe. One verse. Verse 1. God created the heaven and the earth. And when you understand that, then you understand God's the one you got to listen to. Then you break out your Bible, and then you understand what God expects. And who's in charge? God is in charge. Now, you pissy-ass public servants, especially around this area, Douglas Engle, Judge, whoever, you can handle it your way all you want. But at the end of the day, God's in charge, and you're going to answer to God. Right, Whiskey? Huh? Anyway, I don't know. I guess we'll cut this one off. We're just trying to stay on target to do one a week. Maybe we'll adjust the time. But I'm working on trying to get my equipment around to make this work better, to do better live streams where I can talk about the subjects I want to talk about and then post clips up or whatever to bring it all together. Otherwise, just another day in the life of Whiskey and I, when those people want to act against us, right? Hold on. But then we always end up with the back at square one. How did we get here? Right? How did this all happen? And we got, you know, but that all comes full circle too. What God expects out of all of us, who we are as people, what we're doing to other people, right? And when we tell people we love them and how, you know, whether you actually love people or not. If you don't, you shouldn't say you do. If you're not all in, fully committed, you shouldn't be letting somebody else be, right? You know, and then with all these thoughts, I wonder if the Antichrist is going to be a female. Right? Christ was male. The devil's always trying to be the opposite. Antichrist is supposed to be the opposite. And then when you break it all down, from experience, people can say it the other way. And I gotta watch this shit because it's just like that. I did one already where I said some stuff and you get people that get offended and leave. I'm not trying to offend no one and make them unsubscribe. I'm trying to make us all take a look at ourselves through an honest lens. Because this world don't become a better place until we all start becoming better people. Right? But the fact is, so I wonder, is the Antichrist a female? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Christy and I want to know what you guys think. Because a man is never hurt more than by a female, right? That's the truth. And so, you know, they get deceived by the eyes of a woman. Because you thought that woman had the eyes of an angel, but you found out she had the heart of Satan, right? That's the story over and over and over again from the beginning of time. I mean, that's summing it up, right? It's a lot more than that. It's not like there's no evil men and all women are evil. I'm not trying to say that. But this is truly the story from the very beginning. And it continues on and on and on. Never ending. We keep repeating the same path over and over again. We got all these things, people come out, oh, history repeats itself. And it does indeed repeat itself all the time. We never seem to learn from history. And the biggest lesson we've never learned from history is a mistake from day one. Hey, Joko, good to see you. Good to see you tuning in. We're just taking a stroll, Whiskey and I. Not much excitement going on, just taking a walk and sharing our thoughts. Crossing this bridge here that's always got broken glass. And pointed out earlier, they put these lights up for Christmas. I don't know if you can see them up there. Little snowflake lights. They put them up for the Christmas lights. They look nice at night. But while they did that, they totally ignored this bridge sidewalk that's got broken glass all over it. That's what our tax dollars go for. Get that right, Whiskey. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and shut this off. We've been looks like about 30 minutes on here, and nothing really important to share today. So thanks for tuning in, and once again, Joko, good to see you. And shout out to everyone who's tuned in or tunes in later. And let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. God will bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Hope everyone has a great day. We'll see you later on. Whiskey, tell everybody bye. Come on, we're going this way. You gotta get in there and get some water. I don't know how to, oh, there it is.